Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to episode number 87 of the Unknown Games podcast, a show where we talk about Japanese games of all sorts, our lives here in Japan, the occasional fast food review, and, well, there's not much else other than life itself in our existence. Yep. Always making those intros. My name is Adrian. I'm your host, and joined as always by my co-host, the Game Duck himself, the waterfowl of the century, living a long time, doing it big. Alex, what's up?
Not much. Waterfall's good. I think next time I have to make a character in an RPG or something, I'm gonna call myself like in an MMO. I'm gonna call myself the Waterfowl.
Is this gonna be the waterfowl default?
Yeah, but it'll be like a play on words. It'll be like FOUL, like bad water. Yeah.
Oh snap! That's kind of like 50 Shades of Grey right there.
I think. Have you read that book? Do you know what that book is about?
I have not read that book. I don't know.
You know what it's about, though, right?
All I know is it's very sketchy. That's all I know. I know it's one of those sketchy books. That's not good. Is it so bad that it just became so good for so many bad people?
It depends on your. I guess it depends on your sexual preferences, but yeah.
Oh. Well, no fouls like that are happening on this podcast. We are an A-OK clean show, so clean that you can follow us on any social media at work. You know, I mean,
I wouldn't recommend our podcast for work. Actually, I don't think I'd recommend our podcast. Period.
Oh my goodness! And we couldn't even get to see episode 100. We're leading to it, everybody. But yes, you can follow us on our social media at UGP_cast. That is for the Twitter and the Instagram. You can also check us out on YouTube if you're listening now, from YouTube. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're listening via iTunes or Google Play Podcast or any of those other Spotify, those services, definitely go ahead, follow, subscribe on all those places, and leave a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star review. Don't want to see the 102?
Yeah, I guess. we'll kill you.
Don't worry, we're safe for work. We're safe for work. We won't pop out the screen or anything, but we know where you are. So definitely leave us some follows on there. YouTube, once again, Unknown Games Podcast. And then finally, follow us on Twitch at myself, NinjaTrix, NinjaTrix. And then you can follow my co-host Alex at Route24, ROUTE 24. What are you playing these days?
I think I'm really trying to just like stick to Dragon Quest 11 and FF14. Because Dragon Quest 11 is just like a full-on RPG. I want to like finish it before I'm like dead, I guess. And 14 is like endless, really.
It's endless, right? I mean, you're still trying to get to the content, the interesting, I guess, more interesting content, but overall, like you said, it's just been a chill,
on Thursday actually.
Game,
I finished like the first story arc on like last week, like 2 weeks ago rather, and then last Thursday I was doing some of the fights, like the end game kind of hard fights.
Okay. So yeah.
Although I had I had someone from my community jump in and like tank for me. Basically, he's like over leveled for the content. It really wasn't that hard, but still, I did it.
It was like, well, you know. I mean, but that's awesome, and I'm, I tune in. It's kind of fun, like you said. It's a chill stream to watch. It's like just sit back, relax, and it's the same with Dragon Quest. You always have me wondering what's next.
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
Do I really?
I mean, are you? have you been checking out the streams? Like, are you like invested in like the story at all, or?
No, I'm not invested in the story because I come in.
I don't give a shit about the story. I come in
like I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Like I'm usually like doing something else, but I'm just like kind of looking at it here and there. Maybe it is the cartoony graphics that get me about Dragon Quest. I can't tell some of them apart from each other, other than like what spiky hair. It's like what Dragon Ball character doesn't look like the other Dragon Ball character.
Yeah, it's like, wait, hey, that's Goku, but that's also Goku. Hey, it's Goku again.
Goku. Goku.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh
funny. My
man,
friend, like, oh god, I Toriyama's got a unique art style.
he's got a
Is
money
unique the right
making
word for
art style.
is unique the right word for his art style, or should we
No,
say
no,
just iconic? I think
iconic. It's iconic at this
is
point. I
a
mean, it's very iconic.
is a
Name
nicer way to put it.
like
Yeah.
honestly, name one kid who hasn't tried to draw Goku or any Dragon Ball character or even any character without that style that's into shonen anime. You know,
I don't.
like
I
I
mean,
have. That was
I'm
the first
not.
style I tried to copy.
I've never. I'm not actually really good at art at all. I never have been, so I've never tried that. I think I've like the extent of my art is like stick figures, really. So.
Hey man, it's one of those things, and but I am playing Bloodstained Symphony of the not wait Ritual of the
Oh,
Night.
you're
I was about to
really.
cross it up. I was about to cross up
Yeah, I was
some
like
stuff right there.
ambitious crossover here.
Oh
Yeah,
man, but
Bloodstained. What is it of the
it's
night? Ritual of the night, right? Yeah.
yeah, Ritual of the Night. Oh no, it's
Yeah.
Ritual of Blood. Sorry, Ritual of
Is
Blood.
it?
Yes, it's Ritual of Blood. Is it Ritual of Blood?
Oh,
Am
it's
I-
Ritual of the Night. Ritual of the Night.
Ritual of the Night, dude. It's so crazy because I think one of the Castlevanias is like Rondo of Blood or something like that. There's
Right
like
idea.
there's so many ways you can. Anyway, so I'm playing Bloodstained and I am loving that game. Like it was to the point where I was like, I want to play off stream. I don't want to forget the chat. I don't care if they progress with me. I want more. I
Oh
want to
yeah,
play it.
fuck you,
Man,
Chad. I don't play the
I
game.
was
You
like,
know what that is? Honestly, yeah, I totally understand. It's like that's why there are certain games that I won't stream because I'm gonna want to play them all the time. Like
oh
I don't
man,
want to like have to like, yeah.
this is
Otherwise, you're
definitely
like,
one of
oh
those
shit, I gotta
games.
stream. I gotta stream all the time now because I want to play this game. So yeah,
Right. I mean, this is
yeah.
definitely one of those games, and I just gotta say I'm definitely loving that a lot. And then the second game that I'm playing right now is still finishing up Kingdom Hearts. I'm at the very end of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
could have just been doing the secret bosses, but they had some weird restrictions, and now I am just gonna finish up the last boss, go do the secret bosses, and then finish the game. So probably about 2 or 3 days left of that game, and I don't know. I've been enjoying it, so I encourage anyone if you want to play some Kingdom Hearts, go play it. You'll have a lot of fun. Trust me.
Yeah, there's a really cool game. I don't know if you guys have heard about it.
Well,
It's called.
it's about 10 years, 12 years old by now, but
I think it's more than that, isn't it?
I think it's 11 who knows? It's like 10 or 11. 11.
Oh no, it came out in 2002, so
Oh,
that's like 10, 11 years.
See?
No, it's
See?
9 years, 9 years.
Oh, 9.
No, it's hold on. It's 2021 right now.
Oh,
So
get the calculator. Someone get this
oh
man
my
the
God, no, is
calculator.
it that old? There's no
Someone
way.
get this man.
Kingdom Hearts is that old?
It's that old, yeah. Because I think Kingdom Hearts 3 came out on like the 10th anniversary or something like that. Like it was not anniversary, but the 10 years from.
Wait, are you fucking kidding me? Is that how old the game is?
It's an old game, man. It's old.
Holy shit.
Sora has been on a journey through his mind for the longest time. Like he's
Yo,
probably he probably met Solid Snake somewhere along the journey. Didn't even realize it.
Yo, Kingdom Hearts can drink legally. Like, goddamn.
Can drink legally. That is the age. That's how you tell how old your game is when it can drink legally and when it can have a child.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I
Holy
guess,
shit.
yeah. Any time, every time, anytime. So
Yo, that scares me, dude. Anyways, yeah, I don't know if there's a game
Anyways.
called Kingdom Hearts. I don't know if you've heard about it.
you might want to go check it out. But what we're going to be checking out this episode is E3, which is this week. I can't believe it's actually happening. I mean, there's so much stuff already happening this week. I was listening to someone else talk about it, about games coming out, and I just realized it. So, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is coming out. Guilty Gear Strive is coming out. Ninja Gaiden
shit.
Collection
Yeah,
is
goddamn.
coming out.
Yeah.
Phantasy Star 2 Online, like the new Genesis, that's coming out this week.
Is that
Like,
also coming out? I had no
that
idea.
is
I wasn't
coming.
keeping- I wasn't keeping track.
It is such a busy week on top of E3 that's happening. So I don't know what the conference is having in store for us. We're going to be going over what we think is going to be happening, but without looking at the schedule right now, what are you excited about? Like
For
potentially.
games.
Actually, let's look at the schedule. Hold up.
The E3 schedule.
E3
right?
schedule. Oh,
Yeah.
let me bring it up. So E3 is going to start on the 12th. That's June 12th, Saturday. So when this show goes up, and when you are listening in your ears, not all the news, but some of the news might have already happened. So you can be like, did they get it right or not? But yeah, so the pre-show is going to start with Ubisoft or is that Ubisoft?
I think it's Ubisoft.
I think
as
they
far
made
as
an
I know.
effort to like make us know their name. We'll say
You know, in
Ubisoft.
Japan, it's UBI soft for some reason. Like
Really?
that's how they pronounce it. And I'm like, have you guys never heard like a press conference? Like they say the company name like out loud. Like you can like
It's one of those
but no,
companies
but
where you can say it one way or the Ubisoft or Ubisoft, and
yeah,
like
if
they
you
say
look
it.
up any Japanese media, like any news article in Japan about Ubisoft, they'll type like in katakana, it's like UBI Softo. And I'm like, surely you've paid attention to at least one of these press conferences in English and you've heard them say their own company name. So I don't know. I don't
I
know
don't
what
know
the deal. I
why.
don't know. Yeah.
Japan,
But
I don't know. And then after that, it's going to be Gearbox, still on the same day for the 12th, and then on
Gearbox.
Gearbox.
Is that how you pronounce Gearbox? Is that like
That's
what?
no, that's just how they. It's the for Borderlands 3. I don't know if it's
Oh,
for 2 and 1. That's
really?
just like
I've
the
never
intro,
played.
like when they do their opening. It's like Gearbox. I think Tiny Tina's saying it or something, but
I've never played Borderlands 3, so
that is a great game. It's a fun. It's a little long, but it's a great game. I gotta say.
yeah.
And following up that on the 13th for Sunday, we've got Microsoft and Bethesda, Square Enix, the PC Gaming Show, the Future Games Show, and Warner Brothers Games. That's pretty loaded right there. On the 14th for Monday, we've got Capcom, Take-Two, Diversity, what? Wait, hold on. What am I reading this right? Take-Two, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Panel.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that's cool that they're
That's cool.
having like a panel for it. Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't. I kind of skimmed the news, but I didn't read it. Okay.
I'm
I
a
was like,
little curious about. Oh, so hold on. So specifically, this is a diversity, equity, and inclusion. Equality? Equity?
I think that's supposed to
Inclusion
be
panel?
equality. I feel like there's an
Yeah.
L missing from this
Yeah.
sort.
But that's specifically for Take Two. Like
For
Take Two is
Take-Two.
doing their own.
That's
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently so. And then on the 15th on Tuesday, which is the last day of E3, there's going to be the Nintendo Direct / Treehouse, Bandai Namco, and then the
The
E3.
awards, which like whatever, who gives a shit, honestly.
Is this the first year E3 has done
No,
an award
E3.
show?
There's always like best E3 whatever. But the issue that I have with E3 is that like the awards rather is like most of these games, all of them, if not all of them, they're not out yet. So you're awarding the hype essentially, like the most hyped games.
I mean, I'm sure Elden Ring won a lot of stuff, probably. Most hyped game, most real game, everything all together.
Yeah. I mean, because it's always like best of show. I'm like, okay, great. I mean, so I don't know. It's just whatever. I don't care. Like for real game awards, those are fine, sure. But like,
right. And I almost forgot. This Thursday, I think it's this Thursday or Friday, the Summer of Games is happening. They're going to be kicking off their stuff. So Summer of Games, to get it straight, is 4 months long. So we don't get all crazy like, how long does this go? It is 4 months.
It's a long fucking time. It's like a quarter of the year, no?
It's going to go until Tokyo Game Show.
God damn, yeah.
Did I get this right? Is it really 4 months? I hope I'm wrong.
I'll be dead by then. Holy shit.
Oh man. So just looking over all these kind of presentations, I guess we can either run down them or we can just kind of like, what are you most excited about? I know that for Square Enix, they're going to be debuting, or they're going to be talking about an update for Babylon's Fall, which is from Platinum Games.
Right.
If anyone remembers it, I had forgotten about that game.
I did not forget about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, well, let's go. I mean, you can start. So like,
you start.
I start.
Yeah.
Okay. I honestly, I think in the last couple of years of my life, like I would say, I want to say like even up to 5-6 years ago, I got stopped caring about E3 because like for me, I don't know. I guess I just like stopped being, what's the word? Just like so hyped or so impressed about the announcements. You know what I mean?
I mean, like it gets to a point where, and here's the thing: like when I was a kid, I used to be glued to.
Yeah, me too.
I was glued
like
to
the
it,
the blogs, like the Kotaku or whatever, and like the precursor to Polygon. I don't know, IGN. IGN's still around, I know, but like I don't know.
No,
whatever.
IGN, Game Trailers. It didn't matter. Any website,
Yeah,
I was glued to
Game
it.
Trailers. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Rest in peace, Game Trailers. But like
Jeff, he's on to better things.
Yeah, no, I would say I was way more hyped back then, but I don't know. Okay, so for me now in 2021, in my ripe old age, I honestly, I got, even though I don't own an Xbox, I have to say Microsoft, because they've been, I have to give them, I have to give Microsoft credit. They've been doing really well in the last couple of years. I think they've been doing a service to gamers, like just in general, like Game Pass, and like just expanding their offerings. And um, I think really trying to, I don't know, I just like, I think they've been really trying to put value into their service. You know what I mean? Like Game Pass is unbeatable, honestly, I think. And I don't know, they've been doing
I mean, they've been doing a crazy job with, like you said, Game Pass. And honestly, their messaging so far has been straight on. I don't think they've hid from anything. It's been straight up like, hey, you can buy it here, you can buy it there, you can buy it. Heck, if we can put it anywhere in for you to access it, we want to make sure you can access it. And it feels like it's for us as gamers to kind of take advantage and enjoy as a service,
yeah, and I
regardless
don't
of it
know,
being attached to Xbox.
just the fact that like all their games are like all backwards compatible is like across the board. Like that's insane. Like that's so good. Imagine
If
being
we
able
could
to
play PS1 to
PS2, yeah, PS1
PS5,
and PS2
dude,
games on a PS5. Here's what's, if you could play PS2 games on a PS5,
it'd be good.
then
It'd
I
be
would buy
amazing.
one. I would buy a PS5 now
I mean,
if
I
you
mean
could
that
do that.
that was one of the reasons that I got the PS3 that had the PS2 in it, because it was just like,
Yeah.
yo, this is I ended up playing a lot of my older collection that I hadn't played. I beat like maybe 5 or 10 games, at least 10 games on my PS3. And I got to say that if, Sony were to do something like that, that wouldn't be a PS Now type deal. That would have been amazing. But
Yeah,
that ship's long
I gotta
sailed.
agree. I mean, just okay. I mean, we're getting a little off topic, but
Right.
so the fact that like you backwards compatibility on Xbox is actually a thing, and like Game Pass is a really compelling service, and I think they're trying very hard um to get good games onto their platform, but also as a PC gamer, they're also putting them on PC. Like to me, that's like valuable. That's great. Like I really, really appreciate that. Like I don't own an Xbox, but like I do enjoy what they're doing. So
Right.
I want to know like whatever big ass news Microsoft is gonna like, if they have any surprise for E3, if they're gonna be like a Oprah Winfrey thing. It's like, and you got a Game Pass, and you
You
got a
got
Game, you know what I
Game
mean?
Pass.
Yeah,
Everyone gets a free month of Game Pass. But I mean, like,
yeah.
how much of Game? I mean, and we're not going to talk about Game Pass per se, but Game Pass, I feel, is born out of so much of what they've been doing during the previous generation, and then the fact that, hey, Xbox doesn't have a lot of exclusives, and we've seen them try to address that this generation. That's this whole Bethesda. I mean, it's Xbox and Bethesda because they own Bethesda
Yeah, they
now.
bought
ZeniMax,
Bethesda, which is
they
like
bought
sure, whatever.
the
Yeah,
whole
whatever. No.
catalog. But I mean, like that, they didn't just buy that studio. We've also got Ninja Theory. I'm looking forward to seeing the next bit of, and I think they have to show it. Senua.
Oh, is that yeah, it's not out yet, right?
It's not out. It was the first game they actually showed, the
Yeah.
very first thing at the Game Awards. And so I was a huge fan of Senua, the first one for Hellblade. So I hope that they show that game. I know they're going to show a playable demo of that. And now that I'm like, oh, I own a PC, yo, snap, I can get it.
Yeah,
At first I was
you can play it now, yeah.
no, because like I was just like, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna be able to play that game. I really enjoyed the first one. So
Yeah, because it was originally they
first,
announced it for Xbox and PC at first, right? Originally,
right,
but
right.
you didn't have a good PC at the time, so
No,
yeah,
I didn't. So
yeah,
that's awesome. I'm glad.
yeah.
And I don't know. That's the game I'm looking forward to most to. But I know some people are probably gonna say Halo. Uh,
Sure,
some
okay.
people
I
some
mean,
people
yeah,
want to
no,
see
hey,
what
it's good.
happened
Yeah,
to.
hey, hey,
But
yeah,
what
it's a good.
happened to it? What happened to? What does it look like now after
got,
what it looked
I
like
mean,
before?
hell no idea. But here's what's up. I mean, if Microsoft like walks on stage or something and they're just like, surprise, we're adding Game Pass to Steam, then I'm like, oh, here we go. Like I'm fucking signing up like right now.
There
I'm
you
doing
go.
it right now.
Here we
Yeah.
go. Get that money. Get the money. I mean, that would be an amazing announcement. I mean, who do you think that they could partner with? Who do you think would? I mean, in
It has to
Nvidia
be.
or something?
Sorry, if we're for Nvidia for what? For
I don't
Game
know.
Pass?
Just with something like that, bundling Game Pass with an Nvidia purchase or some sort of purchase outside of your Xbox
Uh,
be kind of a thing.
Oh, like if you bought a GPU, you get a Game
Yeah,
Pass with
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Maybe. I don't know who makes sense. Who would make sense in
I
the
mean,
PC
Steam would
space?
be really good. Steam or even
Yeah.
Epic, one of those. I mean, Steam, honestly, I think would be the best
So
one.
here's what's
But
up. Here's how Game Pass works on PC is that if you subscribe on PC, you are limited to downloading games that are on Game Pass and are available in Microsoft's like Windows store.
right,
So
right,
you're not using Epic's Game Store, you're not using Origin, which is EA, and you're not using Steam, right? You're limited to Microsoft's store on Windows.
right, right.
Um, and I think last year it was that EA made it so if you subscribe to their service, like Origin, whatever it is, you can download the games, a select number of those games, if they're on Steam. So you don't need to use Origin. You can use Steam and subscribe to Origin's thing as long as the games are on Steam as well.
Right, right.
So that subscription service works on Steam. So if Microsoft did the same thing, if Microsoft made it so Game Pass games where you could download them on like as long as they were in the Steam library, that would be killer. Like that's insane.
That would actually be really killer and a lot
Yeah.
very convenient for a lot of people. I
Yeah.
think that would be a killer announcement, and it does kind of still put them in the way of, I think a lot of people for me, sorry, I don't know about a lot of people. A lot of people think that they might have the most to prove this E3 with these new acquisitions. I think they're working on 25 games or something. And of course, not 25.
Yep.
They're not going to show 25 exclusive games because some of those are just starting in development. But uh, would like to see something new, like just
Oh, like a
original,
brand new, game.
like a brand new. And I think that they've done that with some of their studios. Avowed. I don't think that's come out, so we'll see a bunch of stuff about. I think we'll see some gameplay from that.
Oh,
That's the rare
okay.
game.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
Here's the big question. I think that's on everyone's mind. Are we going
Right.
to see Elden Ring?
No. Who are we going to see Elden Ring with? Whose stage was it? It wasn't even on a stage.
It was Microsoft.
It was Microsoft before.
Yep,
You think
yep.
so? You think it'll still be on Microsoft? Do you think that game will be exclusive though? Like exclusive window at least.
Yeah, I think so. I don't see why not. I mean,
Is this the E3? Is this the E3? Is this it? Is this the golden year?
They haven't announced it for any other platform, right?
Not that I've seen.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's PS4 as well. I'm sorry, it's PS4.
Okay. This game is this is one of those cross-gen games.
It's everything.
It's everything under the sun.
Even PC as well.
But still, like we've seen in the past that whoever has that game, and I don't know how it is now, but when we were in college or before that, whoever had that game on the stage first. Oh snap! It must be an exclusive for them, or it carried a lot of clout for them. Call of Duty is a perfect example. Call of Duty,
I agree. Yeah, I
for
remember
the 360
days,
generation versus the PS4 generation.
PS3, right?
No, because PS4 Call of Duty swapped over to being like, we're on PS4.
Yeah.
And so we saw that kind of that change happen.
Right. Yeah. Early 2000s. Not early 2000s. Not that old. Sorry. Early 2010s rather.
Right.
It was like, oh, here's our new game, Call of Duty, whatever the hell it was, and it's like DLC first on Xbox or something like that, right?
Right.
And they definitely made it seem like if you are a Call of Duty player, you want to be on Microsoft's platform because you get the DLC first, and there's more players there, and like if you're a fan of this game, it's got to be this platform, right?
Right.
And then 100%, you're right. Like back when the PS4 hit their full stride, it switched full on switched, where it's like. Exclusive on the PS4, even with
it's still now PS5.
Yeah, even now,
it's still
Modern Warfare. Like I remember 2 years ago, so not Cold War, but yeah, Modern Warfare. There was the Spec Ops thing where it's like exclusive to PS4 for a full year, and like holy shit, that's a death sentence. Because like what that means, because Call of Duty is a yearly game, right?
It means the next year. That's I never thought of that. That's crazy.
If it's exclusive for a full year, by the time that exclusivity runs up. Nobody cares anymore. They're gonna all move on to the next
Call of Duty.
Yeah. That's a death sentence. Like
that's a nail. Yeah.
So yeah,
that's a nail. And I think when it was on 360, it was like the first 3 months or 6 months. It wasn't the entire year, but Sony was like, "Yo, we got to wrap this up." And Elden Ring, if it's there. Oh my goodness.
Okay, you think?
Oh my goodness.
What are the chances of Elden Ring not showing up?
I don't think they can. I don't
They
think that
have to show
they
it, right?
have
They
to
have
show
to
up this
show
year.
it.
They have to
They
show
have to
a
show it.
trailer. Okay, gameplay versus trailer. What do you think? Gameplay versus trailer on it though.
I'm gonna say gameplay trailer. I'm gonna say early vertical gameplay slice. Like here's a dungeon or something. Like here's a boss or something like that.
I'm gonna go with just a trailer. I'm not. I don't think
Really,
that.
no gameplay.
I think they're gonna be still okay with their little bit of, hey guys, it's actually still here. We don't have any gameplay to share right now, but be sure to tune in on whatever Bandai Namco's day or some crap. I
Oh,
don't know.
oh
Not
yeah,
maybe
no,
not
no,
even
no,
Bandai
no.
Namco's.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Well,
That makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, it could even be at Bandai Namco's conference. I don't know.
That makes
Who
sense. Yeah.
knows?
I think you're right. I think Microsoft might have a trailer, like trailer 2 or whatever it is.
But then
And
but
then Bandai Namco has like a gameplay trailer, yeah.
but remember you were also looking forward to Perfect Dark.
Oh,
Do we see
that's no,
Perfect Dark on
no.
stage? Is that
I don't think we're gonna see Perfect.
we're
I
not?
think Perfect Dark's like 2022 at the earliest,
That was one of
honestly.
their like huge kind of things. I think at the well, it was for I think it was the Game Awards. I can't remember. It was a
Yeah, yeah, the
it
Game
might have
Awards
been
last year.
that there was
Yeah,
like,
there's
oh,
I don't
huge reveal.
that's years off, I think, honestly.
I don't know, man. So I guess that's about it with Bethesda. Well, Xbox Bethesda. I mean, there's a whole bunch of.
Hey,
So
do you
this
think
is
we're gonna
where
see how okay do you think we're gonna see the next
Skyrim, Elder
No,
Scrolls.
they already announced it. They said they're working on it,
Yeah,
but like, are we gonna see anything? Or are we gonna see like Skyrim ported to like another
another.
another console?
See, my issue with Bethesda is that well, Microsoft's
They
whole suite
announced
is that
they announced a
there's so many games that are so simple. Well, so Obsidian is working on what was going to be looking like pretty much an Elder Scrolls like game, which is now joined by Bethesda's Elder Scrolls game.
honestly, dude,
So I mean,
if
I
they
think we'll
announce
see that
Skyrim for the
instead of Skyrim or
PS5,
something.
I'm gonna be like, fuck you. Like if they announce Skyrim for PS5, I'm like, oh god damn it.
But
Like
But Elder Scrolls 6, I think no, you know what? I think they closed the show on this no, they can't. Fable remake, whatever that is. Do you think like I kind of I don't want to say they're going to close the show on Fable cuz that's kind of that's weak. That's weak. That's weak. I think you go
no, I honestly I
Elder
really
Scrolls,
I
Elder Scrolls
think
6 tease like actual trailer
when did they
and
announce
then
that?
Fable whatever is got lots of gameplay. It's coming out. You've got Senua. I think that would be, fine for them to kind of close out on. I don't think anyone's asking for much more. We'll see Avowed. We'll see probably Obsidian's game, and yeah, I think that's. And there's also another game that Bethesda is working on that one of their studios is I think it's like the is it Star not StarCraft. What is it called? It's like a space game. It's a space type game
So for what? What company?
for Bethesda.
A space game?
Yeah, it's like a space. It's what the Elder Scrolls team is actually working on, or one of those teams within them.
I don't know. I
I cannot
actually
remember
don't
what it's
know.
called.
I really don't. I don't really pay attention to Elder Scrolls, man.
Oh man. Well, y'all can fact check us at least if we got one of those things right. If it Elden Ring pops up, or if they end the show on, I don't know, just if Fable 2, not 2, Fable remake, I don't know what they're calling it, is actually going to be something they end the show on. But I think they have a solid. Honestly, I'm looking forward to Microsoft's games presentation because there's a lot of stuff we don't know about. There's a lot of stuff they're working on, and
Shit. Also, you know what? I think we're gonna see Ghostwire Tokyo.
that's on. Yeah, it's gonna be on. I guess we can. I don't have any. I don't know when Sony's doing their conference, their non E3 conference, but that's
Oh,
a PS4, PS5, PS4 exclusive, if I remember,
uh, t-
for X amount of time, right? X
yeah,
time,
you're
X time,
right. It's God, there's a window, but apparently it's PS5 and Windows at the same time, and then Xbox.
and then Xbox. So I guess we can.
So
Like, are you actually excited about Ghostwire Tokyo?
I mean, as a player of that game, no, I'm not excited, but I am excited about like what it means for the industry. Like, I think it'll be exciting for a lot of people, and I think a lot
Mm,
of people are looking forward to playing it, right? And it's got some good people behind it.
it
No,
does. It does.
yeah,
It's got some good people behind it, and maybe it'll be good. I think it took a lot of people by surprise the kind of first person camera
yeah.
that's there. No one was expecting that, but we'll see how it goes. And I think you're right. That game does need to show up. And is that Bethesda as well? Like ZeniMax?
It's
Is that
published by
published by?
Bethesda.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
So,
developed by Tango Gameworks,
but
which is
okay, which
yeah
is
Japanese.
uh
Yep.
crap. I'm blanking on homie's name.
Shinji Mikami.
There we go. Mr.
Yeah,
Resident Evil.
he like left Capcom and he was like, I do my thing
Well,
now, and
I'm
then
out, man.
yeah.
Bye. And then so Ubisoft, I know we already saw stuff from Far Cry 6. They had a huge reveal about that. I think the only thing that they haven't really revealed is all the stuff that they're going to be doing with Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland. I know that there's going to be some mobile. I I think that's the mobile version or whatever. Like no. There's a mobile version and then there's like an actual free to play version. They're both free to play, but
Oh, it's trying to
that's where
go
they're
the games as a service route.
right. That's where they're taking the division, and it's set in the heartland of America. I don't know, Idaho, Iowa, Ohio. I don't
Aren't
know where the
you?
heartland of. I don't know where the heartland is. I'm from
Wait,
the Bible
aren't you
Belt,
American? Like, do you not know?
man. America's a big place.
Sure. Heartland is what appears to be a Canadian TV series, debuted in Canada on CBC on October 14, 2007, and in the US on both Netflix and UPTV.
That's
As for the Heartland of America, I actually don't know. Heartland. Where is Heartland? It is the Midwest, so Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Michigan, Minnesota,
I think
Missouri,
I said
Ohio,
Iowa. That's about it. And
Nebraska, North
Ohio.
Dakota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin.
I said at least two of those.
Yeah, so you were close enough.
I was close enough. I was close enough. So those. I mean, I'm not really looking forward to much about Ubisoft. I don't know anything you're thinking. I mean, the only thing we know Star Wars games are this massive Avatar. I don't know what an Avatar game.
I'm looking for some more development for Hyperscape. I'm kidding.
That game is done. Is that game actually done?
It's still going. It's still going.
It's still going. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
I jumped in like kind of recently. I was like, oh yeah, this game's still installed. I could launch to a match.
Mine is still installed too. I don't know.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, it's all right. It's fine.
I think they just. I mean, you think they'll go back to it and try to fix it up a little bit, spice it up, or is it just a kind of done project?
That game's
Apex just stomped all over it, put it in a death box.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of it, and I don't think it's a bad game. I think my issues with Hyperscape. What did I find off with it?
You hate the generic designs that are going on there.
Didn't really help it as well, but like I don't know, the gunplay for some reason for me seemed off, or I don't know why. Like I know it was a little more arena-y. Time to kill was much higher than games, such as Apex or whatever.
Right.
Higher time to kill, a lot of vertical mobility,
lots of bouncing, lots of skills that you could use to kind of like go invisible or reload faster, different types of hacks.
I think maybe that's what I didn't like about it. Was like just the amount of skills. Like I get the idea that it's like, you gotta find the skills. Like, oh, I like these 2 skills, I'll keep them.
Mm-hmm.
But if I wanted to play an arena shooter, to be honest, I would just play Quake. So,
Quake is, people are definitely on that Quake still, and it's still got a huge.
It's got a small community. Like honestly, Quake it's weird because it's still you can play Quake Champions. It's free to play. Just you can play it right now if you wanted to. But like it's got such a small player base that chances are if you go in, you're gonna get stomped by a veteran. But yeah,
that's true. As far as Gearbox, I'm not really looking forward to too much. I was a little bit sour on Borderlands 3, as in like it was just too long for me. I enjoyed the game, but as someone who's played Borderlands 2 and 3, played 2 almost 4 times.
Is 3 longer? 3 is longer.
3 is long. 3 is longer. 3 is long. There were multiple points where I thought 3 was done.
That's insane because I thought 2 was long.
I was like, man, is this game actually finished? And there's some stuff with the narrative that I'm like, what?
I love Borderlands 1. Don't get me. I played I want to say 8 playthroughs of 1. Like I really like 1. 2, to be honest with you, man, I never finished 2. I burnt out on it. Like I was like, oh, I don't give a shit. There's so much traveling. God damn, this area is so goddamn far. So I didn't finish it. So yeah, I can't imagine that, but more. So yeah.
I don't think we'll see anything for Borderlands 4 this early. That's just way too early. But they did a crap ton of support for Borderlands 3, and I can't imagine that they're going to stop supporting like actual more DLCs. I could see more DLCs and then maybe a side game. We've had all these different side games in the Borderlands universe.
We had pre-sequel. We had like the Telltale
Tales. Yeah, Tales from the Borderlands, games, I think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So maybe we'll see something like that. But I guess what interests us probably the most is I want to say Square Enix, because we've got well, I don't know, Sony, Square Enix, Final Fantasy 15, sorry, 16. There we go.
Hmm.
That you think you think that's going to be shown finally, like an
I
actual
mean,
gameplay of it?
they already showed a gameplay trailer of it.
Oh yeah, they did. Running on PC. That's right. It
Already
was
on
running
PC,
on
yeah.
PC. So do you think
So,
we'll find like a proper gameplay slice, a vertical slice of it then?
like no, like not mixed in with a trailer, like just straight up, like here's you starting in a town, and then they'll
Yeah.
play a little bit. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, maybe if they have a polished enough vertical slice of that game, they might show a little bit of it. But to be honest, I don't think it's quite that ready. I I just don't think it's that ready yet. Like I think they're working on other stuff right now. Like they're still working on 7 Remake Part 2, and I think the
Ooh, is that
team.
going to be there? Holy crap! 7 Remake Part 2. We
That's a good question, actually. That's a good question.
could we have multiple Final Fantasies at this? Because you know what else is coming out during this time? Final Fantasy 7 Integrate.
Oh, Integrate is May. Isn't it was Integrate out? Integrate's out really soon though, isn't it? Like end
Yeah,
of June
yeah,
or?
yeah. Not in June. I think it's this week. I think it's like next week or something.
Oh
Probably
yeah,
like the
yeah.
tail end of E3. So,
But I mean, like, it's just the Yuffie episode, so sure, that's cool. I don't know if they're gonna show it. Like, do you care? Like, I
no,
mean,
no, they've already shown the final trailer for that. So I don't.
yeah,
We're not going to see anything there. But I think we could see a trailer for 7 Remake too. Whatever they
yeah.
want to call
I
it.
think you're right. I think you're right. We could possibly see like a little tiny teaser. I want to say like 30 seconds long or something like that. A remake part two. As for 16 though, I just personally don't think it's quite that far along. I just think Square is they're just doing a lot of things right now.
I,
So
mm,
I mean like yeah, like whatever. What is that other game?
Forspoken
Yes, that one.
or is it
And then
Forsaken? Forspoken.
it's one of those two. And then also the team is the team behind 14 also the team behind 16? I think they are.
It's
Yeah.
the I don't know if it's the complete team, but it's they probably if it's definitely director.
Yeah, same director.
Same director, but I don't know how much of the team
So
is the same.
like FF14 Endwalker is still not out yet. Like that's this year. So like I think they're spread a little too thin. Like I don't think we're gonna see 16 yet.
16 yet? I think we'll get a 16 trailer again. Maybe we'll get
Like
another
a
16 trailer.
teaser. Like not a teaser, sorry.
Well,
Like
we've had a full
like a
trailer,
story
so I
trailer.
feel a story
Like a story
trailer.
trailer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a story trailer makes sense combined with Final Fantasy 7. Just a
Like a teaser.
it's coming. Yeah, maybe a teaser. Maybe you know what? I think they can do a reveal date. I think they really want to get this game out next year. So I'm going to go with the date for FF7 Remake Part 2, and I don't know. I think that's all that they're going to show. That's going to be like something that may surprise us. That maybe that we'll get really hype about. Life is Strange: True Colors, and then Life is Strange Remastered Collection, Black Panther: War for Wakanda expansion for Marvel's Avengers. Those are all going
Oh
to be
yeah,
there.
that's oh my god, holy shit.
You're probably like Marvel's Avengers. That still is happening. It's not free to play yet.
I'm
It's not dead yet.
I'm you know what,
Yeah,
Square, here's what's up, Square. Mad props. Mad respect. Honestly, respect.
what is this?
Respect.
What are you
Because like
respecting them for?
they are not giving up. They're like
The Avengers, the
it costs
Avengers
money.
campus. The Avengers campus just opened in Disney World. Hello.
Look, dude, it costs money to make expansions for video games. Obviously, they had to pay a team. They got to pay for marketing. They got to pay the Marvel license.
This
It
might have
costs
already. I
money.
think this was already in the works. This is only the second character, if I remember. We don't even.
Oh my
there's still
God,
no Spider-Man in this game. Like,
do you think
real
like
talk?
are they bleeding money for this or what? Like,
I don't think they're bleeding much. There has to be a community that's still playing this game.
let's check Steam stats. Let's check Steam stats.
Check the Steam stats. While I think about Babylon's Fall, we have no clue about Babylon's Fall. It's just an action RPG.
All right,
who knows?
Here. You know
Okay.
what? I'm gonna tell you.
This
I
man is
want you
about
to
to
guess.
just claim
want you to
foul. How many concurrent players right now?
Do you want to guess current players for right now?
There has to be at least 10,000.
Is that your final guess?
That's my final guess because that's still really low. Very low.
Concurrent players as of 16 minutes ago is 455.
I was
You're off.
very lenient.
You're off by a little bit, yeah.
I was That's just on Steam. That does not count any
That's
other
just
platform.
that's
See,
just Steam. Yeah,
I'm going 4,000 for everything. I'm trying to save these people.
I have no idea how to find the current stats for the other platforms, but yeah, that's just Steam.
Oh my goodness! It looks like there's going to be a new developer or a new game from Eidos Montreal,
Oh,
from
really?
maybe from
Interesting.
Deus Ex. So, hey,
Oh, I hope it's day. I don't. I hope. You
do
know,
we want
honestly,
a Deus Ex? Do you want a Deus Ex
yeah,
again?
I do. I do.
You want
I
another
do.
one?
Yeah, the game was good.
It was good, but then it just kind of like got played out, right? A little bit.
They shifted. What did they shift resources to? I believe they shifted it to Marvel's Avengers. Marvel's Avengers, actually. So
That was the issue. So you just
yeah,
kill the Avengers. That's what you're saying. Just put them in game for good.
I think what happened was they took people from Tomb Raider and Deus Ex, and then they moved them to Avengers, and that's why we never got a Deus Ex like 3 in a new series, and something happened. Tomb Raider did fine. I honestly like Tomb Raider
I
did
think
okay.
Tomb
Yeah.
Raider. I think is they've been focusing on it a little bit and having
Yep.
there's we're at what 2 games, almost 3 games now for Tomb Raider. Three
For the
games. I feel like there's
since
three
the reboot,
since
since
the
they
reboot.
rebooted. No, there's like 3. There's like
Yeah,
Tomb
there's
Raider
three.
and then
Rise of
Shadow of
Tomb
Tomb
Raider,
Raider. No, Rise of Tomb Raider and then Shadow of Tomb Raider. So
Shadow of
there's
Tomb Raider.
3. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we've got those games to look forward to. I know I'm excited about the Life is Strange, not the remaster collection, but True Colors. I mean, none of this stuff. I don't think they're going to surprise us. Honestly, maybe that Deus Ex thing. Maybe that's going to be kind of like a thing that surprises us. But
I
I can't
would
really see much
personally,
else
yeah,
from
I would love it
IDOS.
if they brought if they're like, hey, Deus Ex 3, like don't worry about it, we got you, like we didn't forget it. Because here's the thing, I don't think you didn't play any of them, like any of them, not even the old ones or the new ones, right?
I own the old ones. My friend played the old ones. Yeah.
So in the new series, the ones with Adam Jensen as the main character,
Hmm.
the like in so the last one was Mankind Divided, right?
Right. Right.
The story is not finished. Like the game ends on a cliffhanger, so like, it's not done yet. So yeah, like
Tell them to team up.
we kind of need like a third game to
Get that
finish the
Avengers
story.
money.
It was
They
so
need.
honestly like I liked the game a lot, but like the final encounter was just like, oh Jensen, like you don't know anything. I'm like okay, and then credits are I'm like wait what? Wait hold the fuck up. Wait hold up.
I guess that's about it. And I guess going down this list again, we're at Capcom now. Capcom and
Oh,
Take
you know
Two.
what's the
Capcom.
game they announced but then went silent on?
You're talking about crap. We talk about it all the time, and I just forgot the name.
No,
Proti-
not Deep Down or whatever. That game's done. That
no,
game's
protagonist pro something. It's a pro something. Starts with a P, right?
uh
Pragmata. Did I get that? Pragmata.
yeah, that's the
Pragmatica.
one. That's the one.
Pragmata.
Hmm. That one. Like we're probably
with
gonna see that
with the
hopefully.
cat, the little girl, and a spacesuit
And
guy.
then in a space suit.
That
Yeah.
kind of we thought it was like, is Kojima making a game for Capcom or
Right.
something? Is
Right.
this?
We're probably gonna see. I think we're gonna see that, but also what the fuck happened to Deep Down?
No, deep down, that's done, right? That turned into
No,
something else. It's
I
done.
don't think. I mean,
You're talking about PS3 Deep Down,
it was PS4.
PS4. Oh, okay.
It was announced. The game was teased when the PS4 was announced. So yeah, I don't think it got turned into anything. Like it looked like it could have been a Dragon's Dogma kind of thing, but it never materialized. So
I
yeah,
don't know.
it's just
I'm looking forward to the. Well, I'm not looking forward to Pragmata. I have no clue what that game is. I have no clue what concept it is. If they want to show something, I feel like they better show gameplay of it. And it
yeah,
was on the
because
Sony
it was
stage
just
at
a teaser.
first.
It was
So
just a teaser. Yeah.
it was actually a long teaser. It wasn't a teaser. That
Yeah.
was an
Yeah.
actual trailer. Like they
Yeah.
actually had some sort of concept of where they wanted to go, and then was like, okay, let's do something with it. If it shows up on the Sony stage, I think that would be another big thing for Sony. I mean, because Sony focuses mainly on these big titles, right? I think
Yeah.
Xbox has big titles, but it just feels like they're not all going to make waves. I think Sony tries to buy some or tries to have something that's like, hey, we want to make waves. We want you to be focused on just us,
Mhm.
premium Sony. Which for better or worse, for some games it works out, and others it doesn't. But I can't see anything from Capcom's already done what they've done this year.
Yeah, and I think Capcom they might announce, what is it? What was I gonna say? Probably like formally announce like a PC date for Rise.
Yeah, I think that's I don't know. It's still too soon.
Like, you think Nintendo is still within a Nintendo contract here? Because
Well,
they
it's just
kind of
it's
acknowledged.
March, April, May, June. Like
Yeah.
they're already going to show it. I mean, that's potential sales that they could be missing out on. Still,
Yeah, maybe. I guess
just like a
so. Like
little bit, not a lot, but
yeah, they did like because they haven't like announced anything for PC, but they did acknowledge that they're working on a PC port of Rise.
right, right.
But they're not like they weren't like, oh, like it's coming out or whatever. They're like, yeah, like we're working on it, but not a trailer or anything like that.
I guess you know
Um,
what we should default to when it comes to Capcom. Where's that leak at? Yo, and what's up to Yahya in the chat right now?
we're
Uh,
CVS3.
yeah, CVS 3. Well, no, we're not getting CVS 3. You know that wasn't in the leak. What was on the leak? We got Power Stone,
Street Fighter,
Street
what was it?
Fighter,
Street Fighter 6, right? Yeah, Street Fighter
Street Fighter 6.
6.
And
Yeah.
well, they can't even show Street Fighter 6. That's the worst part. Like we know that's not happening for Capcom because you know Street Fighter 5 season, the
Yeah,
final
it's
season is,
well, five is still going, yeah.
and in the end, Yahya's talking about that Dark Souls Final Fantasy.
Oh,
We
yeah, we
almost
might
forgot Final
see,
Fantasy
yeah, we
Origin,
might see
whatever
that.
that's
We might
called.
see that. Yeah, I might see that.
We were talking about that last week on the show. Who do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think we're going to see it?
Yeah, that's a reasonable chance. I
If
I
we
think
see it, are
yeah.
we still going to see it on a Sony stage?
I think we're gonna see it at the Square stage. Oh, so I don't know. Actually, that's a good question. I don't know.
If it's at the Sony stage, could we just imagine we just have a Final Fantasy block where it's just like, here's Final Fantasy 16, here's Final Fantasy 7 Part 2 remake, here's this unknown Final Fantasy Origins Ninja Gaiden style whatever, no, sorry, Dark Souls ish like game, Neo whatever. Like
They,
what crazy
I,
crap would that be?
I don't know if Sony would do it back to back to back. I think Sony might do the big one. Like Sony might do 16 and maybe like Origin or whatever the hell it is,
Of course
and
they need
then
stuff for their stage. That is very true.
Square would be like, okay, here's again like 16 Origin and also 7 remake 2 teaser or something like that.
That would be something. And Yahya's saying he loves some Power Stone. I mean, Power Stone, it was on that list.
It was, yep.
And I know there's a lot of people who haven't played Power Stone because it is an older game. Not maybe not from our generation, from the younger, you know, these younger kids. They don't know about that Power Stone. They don't
As
know
a
about
kid,
know about that
yeah,
original Smash Bros.
yeah, I
Where
agree.
that would be, I think that would be pretty cool. A lot of people would like a remake of that. I don't think it'd have to be anything amazing, but good online and you know, a solid remake would be plentiful enough. But yeah, Yahya's saying that he's thinking that the Final Fantasy Origins. I think I just calling it Origins, but the Dark Souls like Final Fantasy PS
Right, yeah.
exclusive.
I don't know. I mean, I'm curious about that as well. Like, I feel like it's gonna be. I think the Neo team is a good fit for it because it's just
Mm-hmm.
like it's a little like a Neo. I believe. I think Neo is like a tiny bit. I don't know, anime-ish, more anime-ish, like a little more flashier than like Dark Souls, but it's still like grounded. It's still like a Souls-like, right? So I think it'd be a good fit for Final Fantasy.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about can we while they're at it, can we get Final Fantasy Warriors?
I don't.
Let's do. Let's go. Let's go. That's my E3
I don't know.
prediction right now.
I don't know.
That's
I
my
think
out
I
of the
would.
ballpark. Out of the ballpark.
Here's
Final
what's
Fantasy
up.
Warriors. That's happening, yo.
I
Final
think
Fantasy Warriors.
if they made that, I would hate it, but I'd still buy it. I'd be like, oh, this game sucks.
I'm getting ready for it right now. Right now. Yeah, is also saying like, hey, if they don't make Power Stone, then he's gonna remake it. And this man's
Fan
been on a
remake,
remake.
yeah.
Yeah, he's been on a remake spread. I think he's on you're on Ape Escape right now, I believe. I think he's on Ape Escape.
Like in Unity Engine or something like that.
Exactly. Man,
Yeah.
blowing up over here. Blowing up. And then moving on to Tuesday. Like I said, we don't know when Sony's doing their thing, but we can get to Sony Nintendo. Nintendo is going to be on Tuesday with their Treehouse Direct.
Just Treehouse, yeah, just their Nintendo Direct.
Yo,
so
what do you think Nintendo's bringing? Are you going to call? Are you
Um,
going to call the Switch Pro? Are you calling? It's also the Legend of Zelda's 35th anniversary.
No, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see Breath of the Wild 2 and
Okay.
probably some other surprise that I'm going to be surprised about. Like like probably some other Zelda remake. I don't know. Like maybe they might
Has Wind Waker
do.
been remade?
It has on the Wii U.
Wii
Yes.
U. Okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna say Breath of the Wild 2, and then personally, I would love to see remakes of Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages.
Hmm. Hmm. That would be kind of cool. They haven't done much with the 35th anniversary for Zelda, so that's
Yeah, like what
I
we
could
got.
see them doing that Switch Pro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie though, that Switch Pro plus hey, you can do this on the Switch Pro. It gives you a little bit extra oomph with when you're playing Zelda. That's a very easy prediction. They did it before. They did it before with the DSi, I think.
For what games did it? I mean, I know like Xenoblade. Yeah,
Xenoblade, yeah.
Xenoblade was
remake.
Exclusive for the DSi because it was like you kind of need more RAM or something. What I can't remember what it was.
Yeah,
I think
the
it was
3DS. I can't remember what that thing was.
Like it was like this game only runs on the DS on the new 3DS. That was what it was. It was a new 3DS for Xenoblade. Yeah, because they were like no other game no other 3DS will play this game. Like, oh, that's ballsy, Nintendo. But
they tend to kind of do that and then only follow with one or two titles. So
I honestly believe, is Xenoblade on 3DS the only new 3DS exclusive?
I feel like it is. I don't remember anything after that.
Yeah, that was honestly, new 3DS only, right? Yeah,
new 3DS only. Yaha's also saying Zelda Maker. We haven't gotten a Zelda Maker. That's actually really surprising.
No, I think we didn't get Zelda Maker. True, you're right. But in the Link's Awakening remake, there was a custom dungeon feature. You could make custom dungeons. So I know it's not the same, but I mean, it's a little bit of that.
I mean, I think that was kind of like one of the things for Mario's anniversaries. I don't know if it was for the anniversary actually, what Mario Maker, the first Mario Maker, but I mean, it was a huge hit. I don't know why they wouldn't do that. You know, what about Galaxy remakes for Mario? I want a Galaxy remake. That's the one Mario series that I always actually wanted to play.
Nintendo Galaxy, like Mario Galaxy, it was on
Mario Galaxy, yeah.
It was on the 3D collection that they don't sell anymore.
Oh yeah, I don't have a Switch anymore, and it's not. Darn it.
You missed, like they pulled it from download and they asked, I think, retailers to not sell it after March 31st.
Why are they doing that? Is it just they just want us all to have access to it forever? It's like, hey, they're gonna re-release it with another game or something?
I don't know why Nintendo is doing it, but if you wanted to play Galaxy, you actually missed your chance because it is on the Switch technically.
That's the case with I think it's like one of the Mario 101, like one of those games as well too. Like it's no longer available.
Like you're talking about you're talking about Mario 99. That's just dead. That was download only, so it's like it's dead now. But like
it's dead now.
No, if you wanted to play a remake of Galaxy, it existed. It was in the Super Mario All Stars 3D collection. So that was Galaxy. That was 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. Basically remade for the Switch. And then after March 31st, they took it off the eShop and they don't sell it retail anymore. So I'm sorry, man.
In that case, I mean, do you think Nintendo has anything to kind of that they need to show? I mean, we know we got Metroid Prime 4 that's been under the block cut.
Oh yeah,
on the chopping tree. We only got. I mean, they said it's going to run around 40 minutes. It's only going to focus on Nintendo Switch software, and releasing in 2021.
Yeah, I want to say Breath of the Wild 2. I'm going to say
Breath of the Wild 2. That seems really safe. I feel like that's there. Anything that maybe Bayonetta 3.
Oh my god, please, yes. Yeah.
We got to round out something. They got to have something. I mean, I think that would be huge. I think maybe it was like a couple of directs ago or something. People were really, the Project Triangle. That was it.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, maybe that might be at Square's conference actually, but sure. I want to say, Breath of the Wild 2 is a safe bet. I want to say Bayonetta 3 would be great to see. Sure, Project Triangle, that's fine. Was that Switch exclusive? Or
Project Triangle? It should be correct. I believe it was shown at the Nintendo. It was shown at the Nintendo at their direct. So Nintendo I don't know Switch, if it's for anything else.
Nintendo Switch, yeah.
So like Star Fox Racing. Ain't no one doing these racing games anymore. I don't think franchise racing games are a thing outside of. I know Crash has its thing, and Sonic. I mean, Sonic is the current one that's like, hey, well, Sonic will do anything. We talked about this last week. Sonic will do anything for the money.
Yeah, he's like calling his agent. He's like calling his agent. He's like, "Do you got any jobs for me?" And then I want to say probably there's some tiny Pokemon related thing. Like they might just be like, "Hey, don't forget, like Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl is coming out."
That's true because we know Arceus. I always say his name the wrong way.
That's January next year, yeah.
Yeah, that's January next year, so we'll probably not see anything about that, but yeah.
They'll probably just like a super short Pokemon thing, like, hey, don't forget Pokemon's coming out. So
anything for Smash. I think this is where we gotta get something right here. I think there's still 2 downloadable characters left, DLC characters for this pass.
Yeah, good question actually.
Who do you want? Who do we not have?
Who do I want? Like, who do we not? Can
we get the Keyblade Master? I am on this now. I am on the Sora train. Get me my boy. Don't you dare get me Riku in this game. Get me my boy. Give me my boy Sora.
Maybe. Like we
Tell
got
him.
like we're getting
Tell him.
Sephiroth. Yeah, we're already getting Sephiroth. That's crazy.
No, he's already in the game. We're
Yeah, I know.
not getting
Yeah.
Sephiroth. He's there.
Is the Oh yeah, he's already in. Yeah,
Yeah, he's there.
like months ago. Yeah.
I'm on this train now. I'm on the train. Sora
who's good?
for
Who'd be
Smash.
good? I don't know. Who'd be good? Who'd be good for Smash?
Crash
Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot. Crash would actually be pretty amazing because we would have Crash, we would have Banjo Kazooie,
and then
Mario,
Spyro
Sonic, and then put Spyro in there. I mean, that's that same company, Activision. Do you think Activision would let that happen? I mean, not let it happen. Do you think Nintendo could do? Can this happen? That would be amazing. We would have almost all the console characters
in there, so like, why not? Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I actually want Crash after playing Crash and hating Crash. I mean, I like Crash.
He would have a decent move set for Smash. Like he's got the spin.
He does have the spin. He's got the drop.
Double jump. He already has a double jump already.
He's got a whole
his drop would be his down
companions.
His down B would just be his body slam, right? So
yeah, he's got a bunch of things.
He's got a move
He's got the slide. He's got a slide. He's got a normal slide and a spin slide. Yo, Crash Bandicoot makes more and more sense considering that, we were talking about how it's been 10 years since the last Crash game, proper Crash game. I think that's what it was before Crash 4. And Crash 4 did really well. And that would be a really kind of cool thing. I don't think Crash. What I've learned when I was streaming Crash is that Crash still has a lot of fans, a lot of dedicated people who love
I mean, there's people are
Crash.
nostalgic for Crash for sure, because that was like the PlayStation game at the time, right? So,
that would be some. I like that prediction. Well, let's go for Crash and Sora.
You want Crash Bandicoot? I would love Crash Bandicoot. That'd be fucking crazy. Yeah, I know. That'd be
Crash.
fun.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Who else would I like in Smash? I don't think they're going to spend any time on Smash. If they do, maybe it'll just be that reveal trailer, and then it'll say like, "Hey, well, check out the next Direct." But thank you, Yaha, for stopping by.
Yeah,
have a good night, my friend. Thanks so much for watching. And I don't know. I'm going to be thinking about that. I'm going to be looking forward. That's going to be my most anticipated show right there. I mean, Sony's good, but Sony, it's just like so many narrative games that you're kind of like some every once in a while you're just like, okay, I got it. I know. I got you.
Just like a game like that. Here's what I want for Sony or Nintendo. I want Ninja 2.
You didn't even play Ninja 1, did you?
No, I haven't even played it. I could have Switch. I'm just not playing it.
You can't even play Dodgeball City, whatever.
Did you see the crossover with God, what was it? It was I think it was Bomberman, and like it was something weird.
That Bomberman 99 game is like free, I think.
It's Bomberman, Super Bomberman R Online or something. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. It was kind of crazy. I'm horrible at Bomberman, but it's nice to see.
Oh, it was the Fall Guys and Bomberman crossover. Yeah.
What? In which game again?
So in Bomberman, there's a Fall Guys costume or a character rather.
And and then in Fall Guys, there's a Bomberman
costume. Yeah.
I think Fall Guys is like they have so many different costumes now. I know we've got Godzilla and I think Gundam in there. I think Gundam is in there as well. Like there's a lot of
Solid Snake is in there. Simon Belmont is in there. Yeah.
It's insane. I think Fall Guys, they're still doing pretty well. And in terms of like free to play,
Fall Guys, I'm talking about Bomberman. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
In Fall Guys, I don't know. In Fall Guys, there's a lot of shit in there. Like Keys and I for some reason, but yeah.
Yeah, where isn't Keys and I? Where is she not at? Not in Smash.
Oh yeah, Keys and I for Smash.
Keys and I for Smash.
Yeah.
And then finally, I guess rounding it out. We haven't actually said anything about Sony because we've been kind of roundabout saying stuff about Sony, but I feel like we've talked, like you've seen a Sony show, right? You've seen like, okay, there's Horizon. They're not going to show Horizon. I don't think there's anything that they're going to surprise us with this year. I feel like Sony they've got their games in the works. We kind of know them, what's going to be coming out this year and next year. Actually, I don't know what this year.
For Sony? I don't know, man. I don't know. God of War got delayed to 2022,
got delayed.
Right?
Yeah, to 2022. And then I don't know. Yeah, I actually don't know. Actually, if we think about it, we don't really know a lot of because Sony's got to sell these PS5s, right? So unlike Microsoft, where they don't need to sell these Xboxes, they don't have to. They can just put it out on anything.
Yeah.
I mean, they still want to sell them, but Sony, they need to sell the box. They gotta sell the actual physical box. And
Here's like a pipe dream announcement for Sony actually.
mhm.
If they bring their own Game Pass competitor.
I mean,
So
they've been talking about.
I'm not talking about PS Now. I'm talking like
But
proper.
I think that's what
Yeah.
they've been kind of hinting at. Well, sources have been saying is
Yeah.
it's more of a PS Now thing. Do you think that they can actually do a actual Game Pass like service
Yeah,
that's
because
not streamable, that's downloadable?
you can already download some PS Now games. You can
Right.
download certain PS Now games. Technology exists.
And I mean, I guess technically you download PS Plus games.
Exactly. And if your PS Plus subscription expires, you lose the license
lose
for
the
those games you
license.
download. And it's just like, oh, if you want to play this game, either resub to Plus or straight up buy it. So they already have the licensing kind of back end for that kind of thing. So they
That
could do
would,
it. They
I
could
mean, they
do it.
could. They
They
could
really
just
could
say
do
like,
it.
hey, you have this tier of PS Plus. If you use this tier, you get access to all of these rotating games of this library that you can download from Plus. But if you have, because that's what's going to get kind of tricky, and I think games with gold and Game Pass kind of had this issue a little bit too. It's like why have one? Like one of them doesn't even make sense anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so Games with Gold was like the free games you download, you keep them forever, and then Game Pass is the rotating Netflix kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I believe Sony could do the same thing. They could actually, I mean, it sucks for PS Plus members, don't get me wrong, but I think Sony could do the thing where they're like, you no longer get these games to keep, these 4 games to keep per month. You just pay for, our service, and you have this bigger library. You can download these games to your hard drive, but once we pull them, you lose the license for these games.
That would be an interesting thing. I think that if they did it, that would be the best way to do it. But I will say that they will do it with PS Now to push that service. I mean,
Yeah,
but you know what? Hold
yeah.
up. What if they just sweeten the deal? We've seen some cool things, and we kind of talked about it before. How they do pretty much have the anime business in the U.S. overseas,
Yeah,
like
because
on lock.
like
It's
they like
Aniplex, Crunchyroll.
they own Crunchyroll, and yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
So they have a bunch of stuff there. What if we see some sort of video service put with
Games.
games?
Yeah, I mean,
If
I
it's
think
PS Now plus a Crunchyroll subscription thrown in
I
there.
think that would be crazy. I think there's a pretty big crossover between. I feel like okay, here's the thing. I think people that play games are likely to watch anime, but people that watch anime aren't necessarily like aren't necessarily likely to
No,
play
no,
games.
it's true. It's true. This is something I learned in college. I was just like, if you go to an anime convention, not all the people there are going to be playing games. If you go to a
But if
game
you go to a
convention,
gaming
a lot of people
convention,
are going to
people
watch
anime. Yeah, anime.
will watch anime. It's so strange. It's so I don't get it, but it's a thing.
Yeah. So okay, here's the thing. So I think that would have tremendous value to a lot of people who play games. If you did like, oh, you pay for this, you get, essentially like a PS Now kind of thing, plus Crunchyroll and was it what do you say, like Funimation, was it, or
Funimation? Yeah, it's Funimation too.
yeah. So that'd be kind of cool. But here's the question: what do you charge for it?
I think at that level,
Yeah.
if they were to do something like that, right?
What do you charge for it that isn't going to get people pissed?
70. That's a pretty good value for 70. Raising it by $10 only.
$70 a year?
A year.
And I agree. No, I agree with you.
70,
I agree. Like
70 a year. And what I'm thinking is that service that you were talking about, that's a Game Pass like thing where you can download, because we know PS Now is specifically for PS3 and PS2. It's a backwards
MPC. Oh, sorry. Those games. Yeah. The games. Yeah. PS2, PS3. Right.
So you would get like the old catalog essentially for PS Now streaming. You would get like maybe some sort of anime kind of limited anime subscription where maybe you can't do weekly episodes like on the dot, but you can get
sure. You think it's like a nerfed Crunchyroll premium?
It's a nerfed, yeah. Maybe it's like a nerfed premium that it's still good. And then you have like, that Game Pass. That's a killer deal. That would be killer. And that's all stuff in their catalog.
Yeah.
Two things they don't need to worry about. They just need to renegotiate. But
I think that's extremely competitive.
That would bring people.
Yeah. How much is Crunchyroll per month if you choose to pay monthly? It's like 15 a month or something like that.
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
it's 15 or so.
Yeah. So like, what if the equivalent was like 20 a month? Like you could pay monthly for 20, or you could do a year for like 72, between 72 and 80. Like I think it's fine.
Yeah. I think that the the Crunchyroll thing, that's something that just sweetens the pot. It might not necessarily bring more people in, but it's just one of those things like, because I think that's where they're going to look at it. It's like, does this actively sell more subscriptions, or is it just kind of like, I think that's whatever they do, they're going to look at it from that point of view. I think it'll just kind of thing, but it will just be really cool for me. For us few anime people in the US, because in the US, like all those services are so separate anyways, like having it in one place and
would be nice.
would be
nice. I think the problem that Sony would face undoubtedly with that service is attempting to roll it out worldwide because of licensing issues. Yeah, because of licensing issues for the anime.
Yeah. So it's best that they stick with games. I mean, there was a time when Sony could have done some crazy crap. I mean, we still have Sony Music. Sony Music is still a thing. I don't think anyone's gonna go like, hey, I want Sony Music stuff.
Wait, really?
Wait, Sony Music gone? Sony as a label is still here, but they don't distribute music like digitally anymore.
I remember Sony had their service called, I believe it was called Music Unlimited. It was a competitor to like.
I think it's gone now.
I think that's gone, right?
I think that's dead. Yeah. Yeah, I think they tried to do something with PSP and that, but I don't know. Anyways,
that would have been.
Sony had like a bunch of stuff that if they just gotten on their horse, done it right, they could have been just sitting on some crazy crap.
Can you imagine paying like 80? We're going higher now. Can you imagine? Can you imagine like E3 2025? Yeah, you get games, anime, and music. Like that's my life right there. Like honestly, like legitimately, that's actually like my life right there. So
that would have been pretty amazing. That would have hey Sony, dropped the ball.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much it. We didn't talk about EA. I know that some details about maybe a Dead Space remake. Don't fool me twice. I'm not doing it.
Probably gonna see Battlefield. We'll see Battlefield probably.
Battlefield 6. I think I think that's been very much leaked. People have been kind of talking about it. Here and there, so that's a huge thing. Apex, I don't know. Do you think Apex has a announcement or anything outside of the mobile game, which is being tested in India right now?
Apex. I mean, Apex. I feel like moves to the beat of its own drum, if you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, they're literally paying EA's drums.
They just like
they're paying.
They don't wait until events. There's no. They don't. They're just like, what's up?
They put out like fun little trailers or things like that for events.
They don't. Like Apex just updates when Apex feels like, you know what I mean? Which is like the season. Yeah,
it does. So I don't know. I think that if anything, maybe you'll get your Titanfall 3. Maybe you'll get your new IP from Respawn. Maybe they'll do their new IP. I think they said they're working on a new IP, but who knows how far along it is? If they'll show a teaser of it or something, might just be like the title. But hey, that would be pretty awesome. So. E3 is looking pretty good. We got Bloodstained sequel coming as well. That's been confirmed. Days Gone is working on the Studio Bend. They're working on a new IP. So while one doesn't go forward, another one does.
And apparently, by the way, Days Gone is doing really well on PC. So good for them.
I told you, it's doing really good. King of Fighters has been delayed till 2022.
That's KOF 16, right?
What?
Is it 16? KOF? King of Fighters.
Oh! I was like, "What are you talking about?" I just coughed. 15.
Oh, is it? Okay, I thought it was 16 for some reason.
Yeah. So KOF has been delayed due to COVID-19. That was like, are you trying to say COVID-19 or something?
Oh, you know what? Here's what's up. I totally forgot about this, but here's like I'm very confident in this that we're gonna see a trailer for Shin Megami Tensei 5 at the Nintendo thing.
Isn't there a website up for that?
Yeah, it got leaked. They straight up like the trailer got leaked. Like it's coming. It's coming. Yeah, like
it's coming. That's right. I forgot.
The date got leaked and everything. Like November 11th. Yeah,
we forgot. And I'm pretty sure Bandai Namco will probably definitely 100% see more things on Tales of Arise. They're pretty much saying a lot more things about it. But I think maybe we'll just see more gameplay, essentially, some more stuff. But that's It's Scarlet Nexus. I don't think there's anything. Might be a final trailer for that game.
That game's coming out soon.
That anime is coming out even sooner.
Yeah, that's funny. God damn.
July
yeah.
1st or something.
I gotta
And,
check that game. I'll check
my
it out.
goodness. And then finally, I guess in the saddest news, Sonic celebrated his 35th anniversary, hustling for the money, running like nobody else last week, and unfortunately, Sonic co-creator and Balan Wonderland.
Oh god, he's in remake. Yeah, I mean he tried.
Yuji Naka.
No,
I
it's
went to
Wonder
his studio
World.
once.
It's Wonder World. Everyone gets it wrong.
Call it Wonderland. Just call it what?
It's Balan Wonder World.
Just mark it. Just scratch it. Just scratch it from your life. Unfortunately, Yuji Naka has left Square.
Yeah. And rumors are they never said anything, but rumors are that the game sucked so bad that Square kicked them out. But yeah.
So at least this is pretty bad. I know I'm going to look at the actual tweet, but for Google Translate, it says, I can't talk about the reason now, but I hope I can talk about it when the time comes. As for future activities, I'm 55 years old, so I may retire.
I mean, sure. I mean, if he's got the money, he's like, I did my thing. Whatever. I don't know. I mean, sure. He can do it. He can do it.
I kind of want to look at this entire thing in Japanese and read it. No, it actually is that. Toki ni nagaretsu, yep. Kongo no katsudo no mo.
He's just like
Say what? Oh, it says maybe. It's kamoshiremasen.
Well, yeah. I mean, the English translation is fine. Like I may retire. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so Yuji Naka. I mean, I don't know if anyone remembers Let's Tap.
That game was all right. A good soundtrack.
That game was fun. Yeah, and you got to do the little tap thing on a Kleenex box.
Yeah, it came with a cardboard box. For anyone who doesn't know what Let's Tap is, it's a Wii rhythm game, I think. Yeah,
it's a Wii rhythm game where you run obstacle courses and.
It came with a cardboard box. I'm not making this up. It came with a cardboard box that you had to assemble, and then you would put the Wiimote on this box, and you just tap the box. And
I mean, you can just look at the freaking the cover itself.
You don't need to use the cover box, by the way. You can put it on a table.
You can put it in. You can do any. Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
Cardboard box that comes with a free box.
It comes with a free box though. That's what it is. It's literally
comes with a free box. Yeah.
Let's tap. Let's tap.
Yeah, good soundtrack though. Yeah, good soundtrack.
Good soundtrack. Honestly, it was a fun thing. This was from Yuji Naka's his studio Probe. I went there one time, like I said, and tried to see if the man was in there because
it comes with a cardboard box. What the fuck? By the way, what were they thinking? We really want to make this game, but we're not sure. People have tables.
I don't know. Give them I don't know.
What? We're not sure if people have a surface to play this game on.
It literally says, no complicated controls, just tap. Place the Wii Remote on a flat surface and tap your fingers to race friends, launch fireworks, soar through space, and tap to the beat in 5 unique multiplayer party games.
Yeah, you really, what, do they think people don't have tables? What is why did the box come with
I don't know. Yuji Naka, man, he has got some explaining to do one day on that one. I want a documentary.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's get him on the show. Hey, let's ask him. Tell us about Let's Tap. Anyways,
yeah, we've gone over. We've done a big show that I gotta say it was a lot of fun this week, and hopefully all of our E3 predictions come true. You got anything you want to close out with?
Chrono Trigger remake. That's what's up. That's my pipe dream level.
That's the pipe dream.
Yeah. Chrono Trigger remake. Yeah. All right. That's it. I don't know. That's it. Follow us on social media and all kind of stuff, and I don't know. Hang out with me on stream. I'm streaming tomorrow.
There we go. And then for me, I don't really have much else other than, like I said, I'm excited about E3. It's that time of year again, and Summer of Games is coming up. It's going to be a lot of news that's going to be breaking this summer through digital press conferences here and there and shows. We just finished up with the Japan, I think it's Indie Game Fest or something like that was happening.
Oh yes, yeah, we got a ton of news about that.
Ton of news right there. So definitely stay tuned. Check out all your resources to find what's happening where, and keep stay up on the news. Stick with us. We'll be covering stuff as well. So that's about it. We might be doing some things with not Clubhouse, but Spaces, Twitter Spaces, maybe some news breaks. You might just hear us on the tweets.
Yeah, we'll do an eating ASMR thing. I don't know. I'm kidding. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, well, I'm
You're the one with
kidding.
the mic for that.
I'm definitely kidding. I'm definitely kidding. Okay, that's it.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Have a great day wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Remember, go play some games, have some fun. You set the tone, and don't sleep.